moment right here, feeling like it's out gear, driving towards the sun with a rose and a gun. Feel the wind in my hair, going nowhere I swear, like an outlaw on the run. Dangerous but it's so fun, running, running, no, hold on, don't let go. Running, running, no, keep on in love.
Hello and welcome, makeup lovers, Harley fans, and bored people of the world. I'm here to demonstrate how to turn into Harley Quinn from Suicide Squad. To keep your skin hydrated underneath the makeup, you're going to want to moisturize your skin. I'm using the Origins Ginseng Moisturizer to do that and putting it all over my face and down my neck. And to prep the skin, we're going to repeat those steps again with the Fenty Beauty Primer. Because Harley has a very pale complexion, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in their newest light shade, Swan, and putting that on my face with a damp Real Techniques blending sponge. For concealer, I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Fair Neutral and putting that on my chin, cupid's bow, nose, forehead, and underneath my eyes, as well as on top of my lids, with the same beauty sponge. Now I'm setting my face with the Kat Von D Lock-It Translucent Setting Powder. I'm only setting the areas which can get greasy, oily, or crease on me wherever I put most of the concealer. And I'm just repeating that on the other eye. Using the Anastasia dip brow and the tiny little brush with it, we are going to draw on our eyebrows, and I'm going to do that in a way to transform it into Margot Robbie's eyebrows. She has very low brows towards the nose, and the arch is pretty straight on, so we're going to try to mimic that as much as we can. And the camera did not want to focus on this one, but it's the L'Oreal Brow Shape and Fill, I believe is what it's called. And we're going to use this to further darken the brows with keeping them very, very natural like hers. And you don't have to do this, but I like to set my eyebrows, and to do that I like to use the Great Lash Clear Mascara so that the hairs don't go anywhere. And then going back in with that Tarte Shape Tape Concealer and a flat brush to sharpen the brow even more. Quickly, I'm doing the other brow off camera, and now on to the eyes. Using any blending brush in the Chocolate Bonbon Too Faced palette, I'm going to take the Pecan Praline shade. It's a gray cool tone shade as my transition in my crease. Now this might seem silly, but this Spirit Halloween cream makeup palette works so well for things like this. So we're gonna actually pack it on our eyelids with the pink and the blue shade as eyeshadow, and smearing it on the face later is gonna be really, really easy. Dipping back into the Too Faced palette, I'm taking the shade Totally Fetch and packing it right on top of the cream makeup to further darken the eyeshadow. And like I just mentioned before, we're gonna put our finger into that cream paint and just smear it from the corner of our eye down our cheekbone. And with a tiny little detail brush, I'm going to dip back into that cream paint and create little streak marks from tears going down the face. Taking the shade Mocha from the same palette and my MAC 217 brush, I'm going to be sweeping that underneath the eye to emphasize my eye bags. With the NYX Jumbo Pencil in the shade Black Bean, I'm going to be tightlining my eyes with that and then blending it out with my finger. You don't have to do this part, but I really like what it does to the eyeshadow. I took the Anastasia single shadow in the shade Ballet and just packed it right on top of all the eyeshadow that we put previous to just give it a little shimmer. And although I love to wear eyelashes, it doesn't seem that Harley wears any, so we're going to take the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara in the shade Carbon Black and apply it to our top and bottom lashes. To open up the eyes, I'm taking the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector pressed in the shade Pearl and putting it in our tear duct. Then we're going to do the same thing on the other eye with the blue cream makeup. And setting that cream makeup with the shade Nautica from Makeup Geek right on top. And again on this eye with the blue cream makeup this time, smearing it from the outer corner to our cheekbone. And also detailing the tear streams. And for the blue shimmer, I'm using the Anastasia single eyeshadow in the shade Venice. Then again, tightlining with the NYX Jumbo Pencil, and then blending it out with my finger. Do not forget to put mascara on both eyes. Using my MAC 219 brush and a little bit of black eyeshadow, I'm smudging out the bottom lash line. And we're going to be using a little bit of the Tarte Amazonian Clay Park Avenue Princess Matte Bronzer to contour our face. Since Harley doesn't wear too much blush, I'm going in with the Anastasia Blush Trio Peachy Love in the shade Nectarine and applying just a little bit to the apples of the cheeks. And with the same Becca highlighter in the shade Pearl, I'm going to be highlighting the high points of my face. We're almost done with the beauty portion of the makeup. We're going to be taking the Too Faced Melted Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Evil Twin and using the doe foot applicator to our advantage in the way that it looks like a half-shaped heart and creating the heart tattoo on her cheek with the blue makeup. To achieve the Harley's classic red lip, we're going to be taking two different lipsticks, the first one being Jeffree Star's Unicorn Blood, putting it on the outer part of our lips, and then in the center, filling it in with MAC's Ruby Woo. That wraps up the beauty portion of the tutorial. Now on to the arm tattoo. So I got this armband tattoo from Spirit Halloween in a pack, and it looks pretty accurate to the movie, so I like to use this one. The only thing about it is that it's straight on and your arm goes gradually bigger as it goes up, so it can get a little weird if you just apply it straight on. So you're going to want to measure it out according to your arm shape and length, and then cut accordingly to make it a little bit smaller than the whole perimeter of your arm. Apply it just like any other temporary tattoo. Remember that the blue triangles start on the wrist and the red end of the arm. Use the leftover tattoos that you cut out before to fill in the empty spaces. In that same temporary tattoo pack that I got from Spirit, it also had the Lucky You tattoo. You can freehand this if you're really good at writing backwards, and it also is missing the dolphin, but if you want a more accurate tattoo pack, I will link one down below. Since I am freehanding the tattoos that are on the leg, I added a little clip of the drawings that I mapped out before doing it on my leg. The reason why I chose to freehand this is because 1, it's free, and 2, it's actually more accurate this way because Harley Quinn actually stick and poke tattooed her thighs. It looks more realistic when you do freehand it yourself. So to do that, I'm using some black gel eyeliner and that black liquid lipstick that I always use, and just kind of stippling in little dot strokes to create the tattoo. For assistance, you can pause on the little clips of the notebook that I put up so that you can see each tattoo and where they're located on the leg. I put them in a little bit different of spots than they actually are, and also a lot larger as well, because when you have the tights on, it kind of covers up the tattoos, but the larger that you have them, the better chance of them being seen. And that's kind of the whole point, because they take forever to do and they look pretty fucking cool. And here's a little preview of the right thigh and how we're going to do that. Sorry I didn't record me doing the Harley part, but you get the point. Side note, my sister said that after I did these tattoos, is it supposed to look like your handwriting? And it kind of made me gag a little bit because I'm like, damn, I did not mean it to, but I guess I put curly letters everywhere. I mean, the T's, yeah, kind of, but I felt bad. Feels bad. I know what you're thinking, and no, that is not a 69 tattooed on my finger. It is my zodiac sign, which is a Cancer, so don't. Don't judge the back and forth thick and thickness of this last one. I kind of just wanted it done and got a little careless towards the end of this. But it does bother me a little bit the way that this last tattoo is spelt and the way it is. I kind of read it with a lisp almost. No, not poking fun at people with lisp, but I read it like the girl from Zoe 101 talks. Let me tell you a secret. I'm gonna hate myself for that later, just like I hate myself for not cleaning the carpet before filming this. But yeah, that's all the tattoos, hand-drawn by yours truly. And finally, I saved the best for last, the optional, and I say that with a heavy heart, special effects part of the video. I'm starting by messing up my hands with the Ben Nye Bruise Wheel, starting with the lightest shade, using them all with a sponge, and just applying those in the knuckles of my hand, and a little bit on the tops of my hand as well. To dirty my hands up a little bit, I'm using Corrupt eyeshadow by Makeup Geek and just applying those in the same areas and then topping it off with some scab blood. And to get Harley's forehead gash, we're going to use spirit gum so that we can adhese the scar wax that we're about to apply. What I do is play with it a little in my hand to get the shape that I want, and then when the spirit gum is ready and tacky, you're going to apply it and then blend it out with your fingers, and be very, very careful with this. Sorry I didn't know I wasn't recording, but anyways, I created a line down the center of the scar wax and then filled it in with scab blood, and around it I put the scab blood as well as Ben Nye Bruise Wheel, and then I topped it off with Skin Illustrator Zombie Palette 99% alcohol, putting it around the perimeter of my face to make it more translucent. And I just couldn't leave it here, so I added some liquid latex to one side of my collarbone and then laid down cotton and just built that up so I can create another gash. While I let the latex dry, I had my sister freehand the rotten tattoo on the face because I can't freehand that backwards in a mirror to save my life. Once the latex has dried, you're ready to cut it open. Just be careful with this. And same way we did the hands, you're starting with the lightest shade, which is the yellow, and going around the bruise wheel to create irritation around the gash. Then I am filling in the center of the gash with black liquid lipstick. And of course, how could I not top it off with some Ben Nye Scab Blood in and around the area. And to finish off the Clown Queen of Crime, you're going to apply that red lipstick again, smudge it to the side, and now you're looking at a fun-filled little lollipop triple dipped in fucking Psycho. All the links to everything that I bought will be down below. I did make a few of the items and changed up a few of them to make them more screen accurate, such as the necklace, choker. The choker I painted gold, and the earring I also painted gold, and I painted the belt buckle gold, which I also made. This is the belt, and I bought this belt from Spirit Halloween, and I kind of did my own thing on it. So basically, I bought a little magnetic clip from A. Seymour and hot glued it to the inside of the belt. I painted the little holes gold, and I made this belt buckle out of polymer clay and painted it gold so that I'll show you. So I basically just take the actual belt buckle and I clip it from the inside onto that magnet so that when you, oh, that did something weird. All right. Okay. You take the belt buckle, you clip it on the inside of this magnetic clip, like so, and it's tucked in just like Harley had it. I actually did try to purchase the belt from Hot Topic as well, but for some reason they were having a processing issue at the time. I ordered it on October 7th and it didn't let me know until like a few days ago that it wasn't going to be able to ship in time, so this was like a last minute thing, but it worked out really well, so I'm happy with this. It was also pretty cheap too. I love this. I got the bat too. It's a replica from Hot Topic and it is heavy. It is like I was about to say 20 pounds, no. It's more like 5 to 10 pounds, but it's really, really big and perfect. I love it so much. The Yes Sir cuffs I got from Amazon. I did not purchase the cuff with the spikes on it. I I don't know. The shorts, got from Spirit. You can also make this. I was actually planning on making it, but I couldn't find the red fabric. I found the blue, couldn't find the red anywhere in time, so I was just like, whatever, I'll buy it. Gun holster, got from Hot Topic. I don't have the revolver. I plan on making it out of a real one. We'll see. I don't know. And then the shoes I also bought from Amazon, and I added the little red detailing to them. So when I bought them, it had the red heel, but it didn't have the red right here on the inside, or right here on the stripes and around here. I like this one though because it's got like a really tall heel and it's not like a weird short little stubby one. It's pretty close for a chunky heel because she had more of like a stiletto thin kind of heel, but these are actually really easy to walk in, so that's why I really like how these came out, because I was kind of skeptical and I just kind of guessed my size and they fit perfectly. What size did I buy? I want to say I bought a size 6 because that's what I normally am. But yeah, they're really cool. They fit really nicely. They don't really hurt my feet until I wear them for like hours. I wore these to work on Friday and Saturday, and I lasted from about 3 o'clock to 11 o'clock. They were starting to hurt at that time. So they're definitely supportive, and they are good for, you know, if you have any actual plans to wear these out, you can definitely bear it for a while. And I also drove in these. It was a challenge, but I did it, so it worked. Yeah, I love these, and I'll probably wear them on a random day too. The hair, I did myself. The blonde, I'm not a natural blonde, but I went to Ulta. My girl Lisa in Fredericksburg did this hair for me. We did 2 rounds of bleach. It took forever. It was from like 10 a.m. to 4, I think it was. We dyed my hair completely blonde, and I waited to the last minute to do the spray in my hair because I didn't want it to stain. But at this point, I've had this in my hair since Friday, so there's really no going back now. But yeah, that's all I used for the hair was the spray, like hairspray cans of dye. I don't know what they're called, but they actually sell them at Spirit too, with the Harley 2 colors in one. It's probably more expensive that way. I'm not really sure what I spent on it, but you can also purchase the 2 cans separately for a few dollars at Spirit, or really any kind of like beauty supply store. Sally's probably has them. I'm not really sure, but if you don't want to dye your hair, I have another option for you. If you don't want to dye your hair, option 2 is to purchase a wig. They have so many Harley Quinn wigs at Spirit and at Halloween stores in general. You can easily find one there, but if you want one a little more blended, nice, you know, good quality, I definitely recommend getting this one. This is from Powder Room D. It's actually their Harley wig. It has the 2 tones in it, the blue and the pink. It's really, really soft and nice. It's synthetic lace front wig, and it's really thick too. But the problem I had with it was it's a little too thick. Her hair is not the thickest. Then again, it's not as thin as mine, but I couldn't really get this to work. I had to put them up in these high pigtails, and I've seen some people pull it off just fine, but I am not talented in hair in any kind of way. So I took the easier route for me, and that was to actually dye my hair. But again, if you don't want to do that, this wig is a great option. And then the last thing is the fishnet tights, which you can get pretty much anywhere. You can get them at Target, Walmart. I got mine from Spirit. Any dance supply store, anything like that, you can get fishnet tights for really cheap. And I just put some holes in it throughout, just random spots, not really any specific areas I put holes in. I don't think it really matters all that much. So yeah, that's everything I bought and made for the costume. Oh, and the shirt. So I bought the shirt from Spirit. It's just like her daddy's little monster shirt. It had a little bit of red dye on this side, and it had a little bit of blue more towards like this part. I added some blue spray paint that matched pretty well on the sleeve because I wanted more blue. And then this is pretty much as exact as I could get on the cut. The holes, the stitching, I stitched the top here, the side, invisible one here, and I think there's another one somewhere. Yeah, through here. And then the holes are all accurate as well. So I'm really happy with that. Again, the only thing that about this shirt that makes it kind of thrown off is that it's not a burnout shirt. You can't really see through it. But I'm totally fine with that for now. This is my first attempt at this and not my last. So when I make my updated video, hopefully soon-ish, I will have the real deal shirt. Hopefully. We'll see. But yeah, that's everything for today. I really hope you enjoyed watching this. It was something that I had planned since, God, August I started thinking about my Halloween costume and I was like, I had the My Chemical Romance idea in my head for a long time and I did that. That was pretty quick and easy and I liked it a lot. But this little number took forever to get all the pieces, making everything. I don't want to, I think we're good. Yeah, I think we're good. The hard work was definitely worth it because I loved that a lot of people liked it and I liked it myself and I felt pretty fucking badass, I'm not gonna lie. It was a lot of fun to wear to work on Friday and Saturday, and I'm going to hang out with some friends tonight and I'm gonna be wearing this as well. So yeah, I kind of wish I could live in this a little bit, but it's kind of, I'm rambling.
I'll never kill you.